Scaling your law firm doesn't have to be difficult. It's all about mastering a few key strategies, systems, and mindsets. Welcome to the Scalable Law Podcast, where we talk about how you can increase profit in your pocket and time in your calendar. My name is Carolee Fontanelli, and I have successfully scaled my firm so that it doesn't solely rely on me. Now I love teaching other law firm owners how to do the same. Let's transform your business starting now. Welcome to another episode of the Scalable Law Podcast. I hope that you are well, no matter where you are tuning in from around the world. And I hope that your law firm is going super well. Well, it can only get better, can't it? Because we are introducing AI tech into our law firms. And it is an exciting time to be a law firm owner. What I see is that the future holds a whole lot more efficiency, a whole lot more profit, and a whole lot more free time for you, which is perfect. That's exactly what I want for my law firm owners out there. So let's keep talking about different ways that you can implement AI into your law firm. We have been going through a series which has been very interesting on the different ways that you can implement AI into your law firm. I think there's a lot of overwhelm out there, and AI is changing so quickly that it's really hard to keep up with. And really, there are a few amazing tools that can plug into your already existing tools to make everything work a whole lot better. So the biggest areas that I see that AI is transforming law firms in is marketing and lead generation, client communication and intake, legal drafting and research, team productivity and operations, and also data and decision making. AI is amazing for helping with that. We've already talked about marketing and lead generation a couple of podcasts ago, and last week we talked about client intake and communication. But this week I really want to delve deeper into legal drafting and research. You've all probably had a go at drafting something on ChatGPT or Claude. Today, I'm going to focus more heavily on Claude because that's the tool that I've been using, and I feel like there's a lot more advancements in Claude because it can hook into your systems. So you can use it by integrating it into your email, integrating it into your Google Drive, and integrating it into your practice management software using Zapier. So that is all very, very helpful. But today I want to get a little deeper into what kind of legal drafting and how the landscape works right now. This is definitely the area that gets most attention when law firms start exploring AI because it's the most visible, right? That's what we do all day. We draft. Lawyers spend significant portion of their week drafting emails, letters, summaries, and file notes. And a large portion of that drafting is not actually that complex, and it's not novel legal thinking. It is repeating a version of something that lawyers have often written before. Now, let me be really clear. AI does not replace legal thinking. What it does is it removes the repetitive mechanical work that surrounds it, so that your lawyers spend more of their time on the work that actually requires their expertise, their judgment, and their experience. So let me show you exactly what I mean in practice. Lawyers are spending billable hours on work AI can do in minutes. First drafts, letters and correspondence, matter summaries and file notes, document review and clause extraction, meeting and consultation notes, precedent search and adapting precedents, and updating clients with emails. Every single one of these follows a pattern. There is a structure to a letter of advice. There is a structure to a file note. There is structure to update a client after a court date. Your lawyers already know that structure. They learnt it years ago. But every time they sit down to produce one of these documents, they are rebuilding it from scratch. Or they're spending a lot of time searching for a precedent that they know exists somewhere on a drive. Who can relate to that? That is not where their expertise should be going. A senior lawyer earning $150,000 a year, spending 2 hours a day on first drafts and file notes is costing your firm a lot of money and time that could be spent on higher value work or recovered as profitability. AI removes most of that cost, and it does it in a way that actually improves consistency across the law firm. The biggest time saving in this area is first draft generation. Here is how it works in practice. A lawyer has a consultation. They know what the lawyer advice needs to say, the outcome, the risks, and the recommendation. What takes the time is the drafting itself, structuring it, writing it, and formatting it correctly. But with well-built prompting inside Claude, a lawyer can produce a first draft of that letter in 3 to 5 minutes. Using their voice, telling AI exactly what it needs to say and how to do it. They then review it, apply their judgment, make adjustments, and send it. The total time on correspondence that used to take 45 minutes is now 15 minutes. The next area that AI is super helpful is document summaries and reviews. This one is particularly powerful for family law, conveyancing, commercial, and estate matters. Anywhere your team is regularly reading lengthy documents before they can advise. AI reads the document and then produces a structured summary in under a minute. Key clauses, risk flags, missing provisions, unusual terms. Your lawyers still read the document, but they read it after AI has flagged what matters. Their attention immediately goes to the right places rather than starting cold on page 1. The next area where AI can really help your lawyers is in meetings and file notes. Your lawyers should leave a consultation thinking about strategy, not what to type up or getting back to their desk so that they can quickly get down their file notes, which are, of course, going to be inaccurate if they are doing it after the fact. So file notes are one of the biggest invisible time drains in law firms if they get done well. They happen after every consultation, every phone call, every significant piece of correspondence, or are meant to. And because they happen after, at the end of a full day, they either take longer than they should or they are not done properly. So tools like Otter AI or Fire Files or even Claude's voice input can transcribe a consultation in real time. After the meeting, that transcript goes into Claude with a simple prompt like produce a structured file note from this transcript covering the key facts discussed, matters raised, advice given, and next steps. This is so amazing because the file note is done in under 2 minutes. Then the lawyer can review it, confirm that it's accurate, and it goes straight on to the matter. Your team leaves consultations thinking about what they're going to do for the client, not what they need to type up before they can do anything else. This is a massive time savings. The next area where your lawyers can save a lot of time is in your precedent bank and precedent assistance. You don't have to start everything from scratch every time now with AI. Most firms have a precedent bank somewhere. Some are shared in a folder on the practice management software. Some have personal collections that each lawyer has built over years on desktops. The problem is finding the right precedent, adapting it to the specific matter, and updating it to reflect the current law. This takes almost as long as drafting from scratch, especially if the precedent library is not well organized. I know in my firm, my library used to be an absolute shambles, so it can waste a lot of time trying to find precedents. So AI can assist here in two ways. First, it can adapt a precedent to a specific matter more quickly. You give Claude the precedent and the key facts of the matter, and it can produce a tailored draft that reflects the client's specific situation rather than a generic template. Second, it can assist with legal research to ensure that the precedent reflects current legislation and case law, flagging where provisions may not be updated or reviewed. This is a significant quality control step that often gets skipped when lawyers are under time pressure. The result is a more consistent, more current, and more matter-specific document produced in a fraction of the time. And all this can be done without you checking all of your legal team's work. So it's going to be a massive time savings for you as a principal of a firm. So we've talked about some benefits that can really help you in your firm when it comes to drafting legal work. But I want to be very clear about something before we move on, because this matters both professionally and ethically. AI is not the lawyer. AI assists with drafting. It does not advise. It does not take professional responsibility. It does not replace the lawyer's judgment, their contextual understanding of the client's situation, or their obligations to ensure that advice is accurate and appropriate. Every document AI produces must be reviewed by the lawyer before it goes anywhere near a client or a courtroom. That is not a limitation of AI. It is the correct division of responsibility. What AI policies do you have in your firm, and what culture are you currently creating around AI? That is a really important question and something that you need to make sure you are addressing in your law firm. We need to keep in mind the right balance when we're using AI as a drafting tool. If AI is applied correctly to the drafting and documentation load, it can often remove the need for that extra hire you were thinking about. Or it frees up the hire, so the lawyers that you already have, to operate at a higher level than they currently are. This is where AI directly improves your profitability, not just your productivity. So what does this mean for your law firm? Less time on documents and more time on clients. You can have a faster turnaround on advice and correspondence, more consistent document quality across your team, reduced after-hours work for lawyers, which is a big win in the legal industry, better file notes and matters recorded. So this is amazing, not just for the lawyers, but also for your law firm and risk. A higher capacity without additional headcount, which is amazing for your law firm. When you put this together across the team, faster first drafts, better document review, automated file notes, more reliable precedents, this effect is significant. Your lawyers finish their day with less carry home work, your turnaround time improves, your clients get faster responses, and your capacity increases without the cost of hiring another person. AI can connect into your practice management software. Your AI and your practice management software can now work together. So Clio have built-in AI, but they can also connect with Claude using the MCP connector. Smokeball has AI Assist, Archie, plus a Zapier integration for you to connect. Leap has a built-in Matter AI with document chat, and all systems can connect with Zapier or API to Claude, which is absolutely amazing. This has been changed very recently and will be changing significantly again over the next few months. It is also worth noting that Claude and the legal landscape are changing significantly as well. This year, Claude has rolled out a specific legal feature, which is really important, making it both a supplier to and a competitor with legal AI startups like Harvey, for example. So Claude is increasingly being designed with law firms specifically in mind, not just as a general tool. So watch this space. It's definitely something worth keeping your eyes open for. So just a little recap on how AI can assist you. The first one is first draft generation of your legal documents. The second is document summary and reviews. The third is meeting and file notes. And the fourth is precedent assistance. All of these things are going to make a massive difference in your practice. And I definitely recommend that if you have not got an AI policy yet in place, that you need to do this in your law firm when it comes to your legal team using AI. What are they using? What tools are they allowed to be using? And how are they to use it in the law firm? And being really clear about all of this so that you don't have any misunderstandings. Because if you don't have a policy around this, your lawyers are going to be using it regardless. So you want it to be in your control, making sure that it is done your way and with your tools. So that is my recommendation there. Well, I hope that you've enjoyed this podcast. It has been really great putting all of this together. I'm looking forward to next week's podcast where we are discussing how you can use your AI in the operations of your firm. If in the meantime you would love to hop on a growth call, please feel free to do that. We will leave the link in the show notes for you, or you can hop over to our website. We can help you to implement all of this into your law firm and more, of course. And I'll look forward to hearing from you and also for you tuning in next week. Bye for now.
Thank you for listening to the Scalable Law Podcast, brought to you by the Scalable Business Lounge. If you would love to know how you can get more clients without relying on referrals, head over to scalablelaw.com to watch my free masterclass. Until next time, you have got this.